I did some research on the emerald ash borer and what the symptoms are of infestation from the ash borer and what to look for. And now we're going to take a look at some ash trees and see if we can confirm my suspicion that which is not surprising, that there is a severe infestation of emerald ash borer, and that all of the ash trees in this on this property are now under attack. This is a little group of ash trees. They're a pretty good size. They're probably 30 or 40 years old, but they're dying. There's hardly any leaves on them, and we're going to take a closer look at this one here and see the definite signs of infestation. So here's loose bark. These serpentine passageways are caused by the larvae of the emerald ash borer that live under the bark, and as these larvae colonize the tree, they destroy the cambium, the living layer that transports nutrients up and down the trunk of the tree, and that's what causes the leaves and branches to die back. When the larvae have reached adult size, they exit through these D-shaped holes. So there's one there, here's another one. I can see lots of them. There's plenty of these exit holes. The larvae chew their way out when they become adults.
What do they look like as adults?
You can grab pictures of them off the internet. They're not very big and they're shiny and they fly. And that's why they've spread so quickly. They were first detected in 2002 in Michigan. And since then they've spread all over the northeastern US and Canada and have killed millions of ash trees, and they don't expect any ash to survive. It's probably one of the biggest mass kills of trees in North America. There's been many cycles. There was Dutch elm disease that took out the elms. There was a chestnut blight that took out chestnuts. Chestnuts were very dominant in the Carolinian forest, which is northeastern North America. So there have been many infestations. It's a downside of globalization. As people moved around the globe, they brought all these pests with them. These larger trees have some commercial value as lumber, possibly, but they have to be taken down at this stage while they're still intact. If you wait too long, then they start to decay and then their value goes down.
So is there any recovery for this tree?
You can treat them. They can be treated with insecticide. You have to catch it early. Very costly and labor-intensive program. So only specimen trees are being preserved right now. No one is trying to preserve a whole plantation of ash. It's too expensive. This whole row is going. This is the healthiest one in the bunch. This one here, it still has maybe 90% of its leaf cover still. But all the rest are doomed, I'm afraid. Yeah, this one is still okay, But woodpeckers have been here. Yep, there's your D-shaped hole. Another one. You know, they need, you know, this one needs to come out, this one needs to come out, this one needs to come out, this one needs to come out. These two, this one. This should come out. This one. Yeah. One, two, three, four. There's 4 rows of ash going on all the way down to the fence, and they're all have the same problems as the ones up by the gate. So there's another exit hole. These actually don't seem quite as bad as the ones along the driveway, although there was a lot of damage. The ones that were damaged by the ice storm were maybe the most susceptible. They seem to be dying back first, but there's still lots of leaf in the upper branches of this group. But they're obviously all infected, and they're going to go.
So what is the lifespan once this happens, an infestation like this?
I checked out the Credit Valley Conservation website on it, and they say 2 years once you've seen the early signs, which usually show up in the thinning of the tree canopy and the sprouting of these branches down on the trunk here. These sucker branches, once you start to see that, usually within 2 years the tree is dead. So it's quite quick. When we first moved here, these, I mean, aside from the damage from the ice storm, this section seemed pretty healthy, and certainly the trees by the road. I'll bet if you checked your footage of the first summer we were here, they were in full leaf. I recall them as looking good that first summer, but this summer they look terrible. Yeah, and that's 2 years have gone by. So. I marked the ones that are already dead, pretty well, all totally dead. But I left the ones that still had some life in them, but none of them looked great, you know. None of the ones that are in this whole section look very good.